Back here, a lot closer to home. We want to talk about Pottstown. So Pottstown is a historically black neighborhood in Huntersville, and for years, folks there have pushed against things like gentrification and worked to preserve that community. And it's a community that was formed in the early 1900s of once enslaved folk there. And again, a historic community. There's been a lot of work to preserve that community. WCNC Charlotte's Walker Lawson is covering the story today. Walker catches up. We talked about it in the meeting, but I'll let you lay it out there. So what is new and what is the latest when it comes to preserving that community?
Yeah, so the town of Huntersville actually held a public hearing on Tuesday evening, about a preservation plan for this property. It's about 150 or so homes. There is a former school there that they would like to see developed in some capacity, not by an outside developer, but by someone that the town or that the Pottstown community is familiar with. But it's really an effort of trying to preserve, as you mentioned, there have been efforts of gentrification around the area. There are a lot of new developments that are really right up against the property. And as we always talk about, Huntersville is busy with development. And compared to yesterday, we were talking about a farmer leaving Huntersville. We're now talking about people that live in Pottstown trying to stay and preserve their community and not see the history that their loved ones that have lived there for 80 plus years leave, a legacy that they would like to keep. So this plan went before, it had a public hearing. It'll go before the Board of Commissioners in 2 weeks. The people that live there want maybe a little bit more from the plan. Okay. They think that they would like to have somewhat of an overlay district of some sort to protect them from outside developers coming in and taking this property over.
Are they optimistic? I know you said they would like to see more from this plan, but are they optimistic with the way things are going forward?
I think they're happy with what they have, but they would always like to see more. And so they feel like there needs to be a little bit more urgency because the best way to explain it is one woman I interviewed, Janelle, who you'll hear from tonight. Her grandma's lived there, her grandma lived there. She's now coming. She just moved here from Texas. She's been here for about 11 years now. And she said, we can't even go through a dinner without probably having 10 calls from developers saying, is your land for sale? Can we buy it?
Wow.
We want to purchase this land. And they took me to one home specifically that used to be a juke joint and has now been bought by a developer. And they're trying to transform it into a house that's going to cost, they said, around $500,000, which is not in the price range of what they're living in. So they said with the potential 1 cent sales tax being passed, the train tracks come right up beside Pottstown, and they just feel like it needs to be more urgent and there needs to be more of an initiative to lock this down because they are a little concerned that if this 1 cent sales tax does get approved, you're seeing all these different developments coming up along that light rail or potential red line.
Yeah, you're talking about impacts that from this 1 cent sales tax could have that a lot of people don't think about. And again, it's a historic community. Walker, I already know what time you're going to be on. You're going to be on 6:15. I don't even have to ask you.
Wow, you memorized it today. I'm impressed.
Walker will be on at 6:15. A very important story in our community in Mecklenburg County. Walker, thank you for your time, man. Thanks for stopping in.